Alright, so I was trying to figure out who I'd do next. What I actually wanted to do was Jeff Sokol's chat log. Problem is the only thing I could find is like something that somebody chopped up and put together on Reddit, and it's a PDF, and I don't really have a PDF reader on my phone, and it's kind of clunky, so I don't know if I can actually do his chat log. So I was like, okay, time to analyze somebody new. So who's gonna be next? So I was thinking about it, and I didn't know. I was like, well, I could just continue with the Hansen versus Predator series. I was thinking about doing Dupay. I was gonna do him now because, well, I think he's kind of gross. So I thought he'd be funny to shit on next. But I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for Dupay yet. And then I was thinking about some of the other guys like Josh Cologne. You know, it'd be funny to go from like somebody who's a complete douchebag and trying to deny it the whole time, which was Sokol, and then go to Cologne, who was like just totally fucked up and just straight up admitting what he was doing, and just basically the exact opposite of Sokol in terms of that, but at the same time still kind of douchey. But again, I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for Cologne yet. So then I was trying to think of the original TCAP guys, and I was like, who do I want to do? There's a ton of the regular TCAP guys. I mean, obviously this show was on for what, 5 years or something like that, 6 years? So there's tons of options. So I was like, And then, like, there's the JPWs that you could do as the easy one. Or Dustin McFetridge is pretty easy. Or Bald Beaver is pretty easy. Or I could do someone kind of obscure like Alonzo Wade, because he's kind of goofy and easy enough to goof on. Or I could do someone like the midget molester back, but again, he's a little bit too easy to goof on. Not saying I'm not going to do them, but I'm just trying to think what would be fitting after Sokol. An easy slam dunk or another motherfucker that you can just tear up like I did with Sokol. And then I thought of James Rutherford. And I was like, oh, that fucking sack of piece of shit. That little bitch is exactly who we're doing now. Because, yeah. First off, in the grand scheme of things, he's basically the OG Jeff Sokol, which is actually ironic because he's younger than Jeff Sokol. Sokol was, 44 at the time of his sting in 2015? This sting was, let's say, 2005, and I think Rutherford's like 26, which means he'd be 36 at the same time that Sokol was 44. So kind of a little bit off in the timeline there to make him be the OG, but he's the OG because he got busted first. We knew about James Rutherford before we knew about Jeff Sokol. So, yeah. It just seemed fitting that I would do the OG version of the douchebag I just finished off with. And he's a lot like Sokol because, I mean, Sokol goes through the whole time just trying to, like, justify what he's doing. Like, what's wrong with me just trying to meet up with somebody? What the fuck's wrong with me trying to put my dick in a 12-year-old? What I don't understand. What the hell? Hey, guy that won't tell me who he is. You want some of my pizza while I fuck your daughter? So, Rutherford's not really like that, but he is a fucking idiot trying to justify what he's doing the whole entire time by saying, I'm going through a bad divorce, and I'm too much of a fucking loser to have friends, so I figure I'll talk to 6-year-olds and they can play with my dick for me. That'll make everything better. But yeah. The other thing about James Rutherford, though, that seems great to go in on him is because, from what I've heard in the past, he is a little fucking bitch when it comes to these people making videos about him. I know one of them, Bass Shaman, he doesn't do this stuff anymore because his videos got taken down all the time before. But, yeah. Bass Shaman used to do TCAP. And, you know, he talked about how Rutherford was a little bitch to him. And the way I see it is first off, YouTube needs to stop being on the team of these fucking pedos. These fucking assholes made the choice to start talking to a kid and try to go meet up with the kid. So since you got busted, fuck you. You're the fucking idiot. And second off, like, don't we have something called free speech? So if I want to make or anybody, not just me, wants to make a video goofing on a fucked up asshole, fucking deal with it. And third, yeah, like I said, you want to make this stupid decision, and somebody makes a video on you, and you're gonna be a little fucking pussy and cry about it. But yeah, what's it even fucking matter for? You're an F-list celebrity because of a bad choice that you made, you dickhead. Like, if you never made that choice, you'd be a nobody. Nobody would know who you are. You wouldn't have this shit to deal with. You made a dumbass choice, and now you gotta live with it. Oh well, fuck you. You're a registered sex offender. You gotta tell people where you're at. That you are in your community, wherever you move and stuff. And regardless, even if nobody is making commentary on you, your fucking shit is still out there anyways. Look, this is the uncut, which means nobody's talking over it. It's just the raw footage as is. Like, what are you gonna do? What the fuck difference does it make if I'm talking over it saying my personal opinions or someone else is watching the uncut and thinking the same damn thing? Like, And what else was I just thinking? I kind of distracted myself with that cough. Oh man. Oh yeah, and it was on TV. So like now you're kind of hidden to a certain extent because now you're just on YouTube. Granted, there are kind of a good amount of TCAPers. The TCAP community is pretty strong and good sized. But yeah, this all first started on national TV. Like the worst of it is behind you. Now it's people just clowning on you. So fuck off. Stop being a little fucking pussy. You wanted to make a dumb choice in your life, now fucking deal with it. It's kind of like the government. If you have a child that, you go to a club and you're fucking around and hook up with some bitch and then she gets pregnant, and then all of a sudden now the court system's like, nope, you're the father, you gotta pay child support. And you're like, damn, motherfucker, like, I was just trying to have a good night. And I just fucked up, and now I gotta deal with this kid forever now? I get it, she shouldn't have to either, but she could have made a choice to, handle the situation as well. It ain't my fault she didn't. So, point is, the analogy I'm trying to make is these fucking douchebags made a choice, and now there's some consequences. So this is your child support. Getting shit on by some random no-name people on the internet like me. So, with all that said, because of how this fucking asshole is such a little bitch and complains and tries to get people's videos taken down, I'm probably gonna go extra hard on this fuckhead. So let's get into it.
Because he sees me. Come on in. Okay.
Couple things right off the bat, even though we only watched it for 2 seconds. First off, why is she saying come on in already? Like, this fucking faggot just pulled up and she's already, hey, come on in. Like, the bitch didn't even open his door yet. Like, you're talking to his car. What, you want his car to drive in? Like, what the hell? And second off, from what I understand, I'm pretty sure he'll admit it in the video, this douchebag's a teacher, which, makes the situation so much worse. Kind of like David K being the rabbi. It's like, wow, okay. Great choice and profession to be in when you want to be a fucking pedo. But anyway, same as this fuck. He's a teacher. And I think he teaches around the same age as this girl he's trying to go fuck. So that's even weirder. Like, he's teaching a 7th grade class with a ripping boner the whole time. Oh, it's just my pants. They got a weird pleat right there in the dick area. I'm not hard because of all you 12-year-olds in my class. But no, anyway. My question, though, is, just being a teacher, how does he have a Corvette? Like, this bitch is fresh, too, especially for this day. This was, what, 2005, 2004? Like, that's probably new. How did he get a new Corvette on teacher salary? Like, what the hell kind of school is he working at? I know for me, the school I went to, nobody had anything fresh. If anybody did have something fresh, it was either A, the superintendent, B, the principals, or C, it was, our women teachers who probably had husbands with good jobs. It wasn't because of them. For an example, my gym teacher used to drive just a Geo Metro. Now, if you don't know what a Geo Metro is, it's an extreme basic piece of shit car. It's basically a 2-cylinder engine, 100 horsepower. Like, it's the knockoff version of a Honda Civic hatchback. And just complete shit. Like, if it's snowing, forget it. You're not going to be able to make it through. Raining, you're probably hydroplaning. Its tires were probably as wide as bicycle tires. Like, it was a piece of shit car. So anyways, our gym teacher, that's what he had. A Geo Metro. And, like, we used to kind of make jokes about it behind his back. Not really making fun of him. It was just, we made fun of his car, but it wasn't making fun of him. We felt bad for him that all he had was that piece of shit. But we made fun of the car because, well, we always made fun of Geo Metros. Everybody did. And so, yeah. But it just seemed fitting. It's like, okay, you're only the gym teacher. I mean, what does the gym teacher really make? If there's a scale on the pay, I would imagine gym teachers are the lowest paid. I mean, you're a step up from cafeteria lady. Seriously. The difference is you went to college to teach people how to run around, which is something you just know how to do naturally, versus the cafeteria ladies who just graduated high school and then decided to learn how to make food like most women just do anyways. So yeah. Good news though for that gym teacher is, from what I understand, he is now the principal of the elementary school, and he drives a brand new truck nowadays. So good for him that he moved up. He was a cool guy. So good for him that he was able to better his life, or situation, I should say, with a real position now. He went from bottom of the barrel to the top. I mean, granted, it's elementary principal, so maybe not super top. Maybe high school principal is better, but still, next step, he could go to middle school principal, and then, not to go on a weird tangent here, but do the principals make the same amount? Like, the principal of elementary school, do they make the same amount as the principal of middle school? Or does there a scale? I feel like there should be. I feel like being principal of an elementary school is easy. I mean, you're just dealing with little kids. All you gotta do is look at them the right way, and they're scared of you. Versus high school, now these kids are starting to become douchebags and be attitude and fucking dickheads. So your approach, just looking at them is not gonna do anything. So I feel like you gotta make more money when you're dealing with that level. I don't know. Anyways, back to this fucker. Whoops. Hold on. Where is this camera, man? I didn't even think of this until it started zooming in. This guy's like 5 miles away, and then dickhead gets out of his car and he starts zooming way in on him. Where is this guy standing? Or whatever, perched up. Oh shit, I gotta get that zoom. I set up way too far away. What is he knocking at the door for? Wasn't she just there yelling at his car to come on in the second he pulled up? Hey, there's a car, come on in! And now he's got to go knock on the door. Either A, he's fucking retarded and didn't pay attention to his surroundings, and he's just tunnel vision. I gotta drive up this driveway and park right here. Or she's a fucking weirdo and yelled for him to come in and then locked the door and ran away. Oh man. So when she yells come on in right there, why is this so loud? It's like you don't hear it. He's walking away. Maybe I got the wrong house. Duh. But like we hear it perfectly fine. So is it because are they just kind of editing the audio in, like the inside audio, and then they're just putting it over this outside camera shot? Or was she yelling that loud that the outside camera guy, who's about 4 miles away, could hear it, but this fucking dickhead somehow didn't hear it, even though he's standing right there?
Come on in.
What the fuck's that noise? Is there a squirrel or something over here? She just said, come on in twice. This fucking idiot knocks again.
The door's open.
God, it's about time he heard her. She only had to say it 95 times. Like, did he even try the door? I mean, that might be a little bit of a dick move. I don't know, just to open the door and barge in. But I feel like if you expect somebody to be expecting you, that why wouldn't you just try to open the door? Anywhere that I go that I figure someone's expecting me, I don't knock. Like, when I go to pick my daughter up, I just yank. They have a sliding door. I just yank on the door. I'm assuming it's going to be open because they know I'm coming. And if not, then it's, and then I knock. Or, like, when I used to pick up my daughter when she was way younger from her maternal grandmother, same thing. I mean, I used to knock as a courtesy because, it's her parents. So it's just like a respect thing. Like, oh, hey, I'm here. I'm not just going to barge in. But at the same time, it was like knock and then I'd go for the handle. The knock was just a heads up, like I'm here. And if the door's unlocked, I'm coming in. But it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like, I gotta formally wait for you to come open the door for me. I don't know. It seems weird. Like, you're expecting to meet up with her. You're there. You must have had a set time. Like, you're there at the time that you said you'd be there, right? So why are you not even trying the door?
Where are you?
Oh, I'm just gonna go finish getting ready. I'll be right there.
Where are you?
Oh.
Where are you? I'll be right there. Where are you? Just wait, bitch. She said she'll be right there. Who cares where she is?
I'll be right back. Just sit at the bar and I'll be right there.
All right, well, I'll be out here.
Just take a seat.
Come here.
This is one thing I can't quite figure out. Like, on one hand, he's a little bit hesitant, but it's like, I'm not really a psychologist or whatever, so I don't know how to interpret his hesitancy. You know, is this some kind of a show? Like, there's one guy that wrote that Alibi. Oh man, who was it? I think he was going for mechanical engineering, which I always, that stuck out to me because that's what I did too. Or not did, I do. I went to school for that, and now I do that every day. So I always think of that guy like, oh, that's weird. You did the same thing as me, only you ended up on this show. Should have been more focused on your studies / your future career rather than getting, kid pussy. Oh my word, these guys. I mean, that's what they're doing, but that's a weird combination of words. Anyway. Yeah, who was it? Somebody had, like, a letter. They wrote some kind of stupid letter as some weird alibi, but then, like, the police were breaking it down. Like, he just wrote this just because if he got busted, he thought this would help save him. But since he's here and had his dick hanging out, we're still arresting him. Dick wasn't really hanging out, just made a joke. But yeah, so I don't know if that's what this dickhead's doing. Kind of like, just in case this is weird, I'll just pretend, I just want to check out the situation. Or what? I don't know. I don't know what to think of this fucker right now.
No, I promise I'll be right
I was
back.
gonna say, is this going? He's just standing there like a statue.
Actually, I want you to come here.
Oh, Chris.
Would you have a seat right over there, please?
Oh, fuck me in the ass. Wait, actually. Well, actually, it's more like this.
Actually, I want you to come here.
Hey, who the fuck are you? I was
Have a
looking
seat
for
right
some
over there.
12-year-old pussy, not some fucking 40-year-old dick. Oh, I guess while I'm here, you might as well jam it in my ass. You want me to sit here?
I just came to hang out, really.
I gotta blow you
Came to hang
first?
out.
Yeah.
And you came to hang out.
Oh, my word. I don't know what to do at this point now. My whole point was I wanted to analyze this dickhead when he got here and walked in. And then stop it when Chris came out. But Chris came out way too soon. We're only at minute 22 of the actual video. And there's 36 minutes. What? He talks to him for 35 and a half minutes? Oh, well, I'll just keep going for now.
I had a feeling this was what was going on, honestly.
You had a feeling what was going on.
I had a feeling that girl wanted to have some threesome with an older guy.
That
That I was gonna have to suck some dick.
A setup. A setup for what?
I don't know, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't come here for anything.
Yeah, okay, bro. Why is the table being pushed up? Oh, that's right, your boner.
I just
Wait a minute, are you hard for Chris? I mean, I guess he is a pretty sexy guy, right? I don't know.
I'm going through a divorce. I just wanted to
I'm going through a divorce. My bitch doesn't want to be with somebody that wants to be with kids.
get out of the house. Honestly.
So you couldn't go to a
I mean, I'm going through a divorce. My wife's way too old. She's my age.
sports bar to watch a game, or you
I've been
couldn't go
doing
to
that
a
all
gal's
weekend,
house?
man.
What the fuck's a sports bar? Why would I be watching games there? What kind of games? Like people playing Mario Kart?
And so you thought you'd come here to this house.
Well, yeah, and apparently it was a 2-for-1. Hey, where's that girl? She said she'd be right out. You came out first, though.
I know it wasn't a good idea from the get-go.
Who did you think you were going to meet here?
Bitch, you know who? That motherfucking girl, your daughter. Where's she at?
Just this kid I've been talking to.
This kid.
I know she's
Yeah, I know she's a kid. Goddamn, that's what I want. Get the fuck out of here, senior citizen. Either take your pants off, jam your dick in my ear, or give me that bitch back there, the 12-year-old you got hiding.
a kid.
How old?
13, 14.
13.
Damn, I keep saying 12. She's actually 13. Aw, she's actually teen. She's teenage. Ugh. 12 is a little bit worse sounding. Why couldn't she just been 12? I can keep this story going.
And how old are you?
Too old for 13, 14-year-old.
Too old. And how old is that?
26.
26.
I don't know. I was trying to make a joke about... I was trying to make a joke saying that Chris was too old. Chris was too old for him, but the girl is... But he's not too old for the girl. But I don't know how to phrase it.
And you thought it was okay to come over here to visit a 13-year-old
Well, duh. Why the fuck wouldn't it be?
girl home alone?
No, I really didn't.
But you're here.
I know. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know. I was driving down the street, and then I started to get hard, and I was like, well, fuck, I'm in the neighborhood. I mean, might as well get this thing handled.
What's your name?
My name's Jim.
Jim what?
Do I have to say?
I'm going to find out.
Am I going to get arrested for this?
That's not up to me.
Am I going to be arrested? John Adams Daniels, or whatever the hell his name is. 3 names. Some Kit Kats.
Are you going to turn me in?
You know, actually, real commentary now instead of making up what James is saying. Chris always does that. First off, Chris never wants to tell him who he is. Hey, can I ask who you are? I'll get to that in a minute. And the other thing is, actually, there's 3 things. There's that. They ask, am I going to be arrested? And he says, that's not up to me. And the third thing is, when they want to go to the bathroom, most times they don't let him go. The only 2 that were able to go was Bald Beaver Hunter went, and there was the attempt for Cologne. He was a retard and couldn't find the light switch, and then Chris was already there, and then he didn't get his chance to take a massive dump. But anyways, the question is, why do they always do that? Like, when these guys want to know who Chris is, why doesn't he just say it? What's the logic? Like, they're already talking to him. They see he's kind of professional. They're busted. What does it matter for whether he tells them up front or he waits 45 minutes into an interrogation to reveal, oh, well, now that I've been talking to you for 3 hours. Now that I've been talking to you for 3 hours straight, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. And we're doing a story on adults that try to meet children. Like, why drag it out? Just tell them in the beginning. Don't straight up come out, hi, I'm Chris Hansen. And then they're like, what the fuck? Like, still do this weird approach when he has some kind of zinger. But, like, if they ask, why doesn't he just tell them? Or even just keep it generic at first. If they ask me, like, I'm Chris. That's not going to tell them anything, but at least you said their name. Well, who are you? I'm Chris. Now back to my questions. Chris Hansen's almost like Joker. That's the same kind of voice. Do I really look like a guy with a plan? I'm Chris Hansen, and I'm the Joker when he talks a little bit faster. It's all about the money. No, but yeah, so one, that. Two, when they have to go to the bathroom, why don't they let them go? I mean, I get it. Like, fuck you. You're a piece of shit anyways. You might as well suffer a little with either desperately needing to go pee or having them shit sweats. But it's just weird. Like, why do they never let them go? They always they ask, and the decoys always got some kind of dumb excuse. Oh, our toilet's broken. Really? So you live here and you can't go piss or shit because your toilet's broken? So where are you going then? You just going out in the backyard? Just dropping it in the middle of the grass? I don't understand why they always say no. Because sometimes I think they try to use the excuse, we don't know what they're gonna do when they go in there. But it's like, what do you really think these guys are going to do? I mean, they're coming over to just fuck a kid. Not saying just, like, it's no big deal, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like, what, you think they're going to come out, guns blazing, like, yeah, fuck you! They think, anyways, that it's just the decoy and them. So, like, what do you think's really going to happen? They're going to come out with a chainsaw and, like... I wasn't actually here to fuck you. I was here to chop you up, motherfucker. Like, just let him go pee. Who cares? I don't get it. I mean, what? Are they do they get worried thinking the guy's gonna be weird and come out naked? Well, what difference does it make? They let John Kennelly come naked. They let Marvin come naked, whatever his last name, and Marvin Lacan or something. So you can't use that as your excuse. So why do they never let him go to the bathroom? I don't get it. And then what was my other question? Oh yeah, why does Chris always lie? And when they say, "Am I gonna get arrested?" That's not up to me. I mean, technically, he is telling the truth. It's not up to him because he's not a cop. But he's damn well aware that they're working with the police, and he knows that these guys are going to get tackled and arrested later. That came out weird. Tackled and arrested later. So why give a dumbass answer? Just be like, at least say most likely. It's a little bit better than, I can't say. I don't know. I'm not law enforcement. Bitch, you know they're right outside the house. Don't fucking play retarded ass games. Shit. You know, not let this video move on, but I was just looking at this layout, and like, this is a lot going on in this house right as you walk in. Like, why is there a bar right there? The front door, or whatever it is. Actually, that's the back door, isn't it? Still. It's like, what is this room? I want to see what this room looks like. This is a weird room. Like, you get a small bar here. Now, they call it a bar, but there's no, like, alcohol or anything nearby. So essentially what it becomes is just a randomly placed table with one chair. There's no chair on Chris's side. He's just standing. There's that one chair that James is sitting in at this bar that has, like, what is that? A water bottle and some chips or something right there. Like, it's just weird. It's just placed just there. It doesn't seem to make sense. And then you get that light on in the corner that almost looks like there's an indentation in the wall. So it's kind of like behind a mini wall. But it's like, what is that light even doing? What is its purpose? What is this room and what is that light truly doing? Because I feel like there's a lot better light somewhere else. I mean, look at James. You can clearly see him. You can see that shelf behind him. That little stupid-ass light by Chris's head ain't doing shit for all that stuff over there. That's bright either because A, there's an overhead light on, or B, because the sun's out, and so the light coming in. It's probably an overhead light, though, not the sun, because that doesn't look like it would give enough light. And then the third thing is, what is that weird little table right in front of the door? I mean, clearly it's not directly in front of the door because somehow James snuck in here without hitting it. But, like, what is the point of that table? It's such in a weird area. It's just in the middle of the floor, right in front of this shelf over here holding whatever that stuff is. I don't know, China plates? I don't know why you have fancy plates in the middle of nowhere, though. And then your door, right there. And then what is that thing hanging on the door, on, like, the window side? What is that? It looks like a vacuum just hanging out on the window. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. And then over here near us, we got that green and yellow glass bottle things. What are those? this this layout is weird. I want to see what it actually looks like. I almost feel like it's like a prop house, but clearly it's not. It's a real house. It's just the deco is weird. Anyways, back to it.
Again, that's not up to me.
I mean, I really...
Hey man, do you mind if I just go beat off real quick? I mean, fuck. It doesn't seem like you're gonna be helping me out. I thought you were. I don't know where the hell the 6-year-old is. You're hiding her from me, and like, I got this fucking ripping dick right now, and I need to do something to get this thing down.
What do you do for a living, Jim?
I'd rather not say.
I'm a pedo.
Jim,
I'd rather not say.
why don't you just tell me where you work?
Who do you work for?
I'll get to that.
You know what? Shut the fuck up. I'm asking you. It's kind of funny. That's basically the situation. He's asking him, what do you do for a living? He doesn't want to tell him. Then he says, who do you work for? And he's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I asked you that question. Don't be asking me personal shit. And then Jim's over here like, well, why the fuck are you asking me personal shit then?
In a minute.
No, I'd really like to know. I'm sure I'm on TV or something right now.
Bing, 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 bing. Congratulations, dumbass.
Why don't you just tell me what you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
I molest kids. I teach kids.
You're a teacher. And what grade do you teach?
Duh, the sexiest grade. 7th.
6th grade.
6th grade. So you,
Oh, even better. I meant 6th.
you teach kids about the same age as the girl.
I mean, oddly enough, the girls when I was in school started developing when I was in 6th grade. So, I mean,
You were coming to see.
I wouldn't
yeah, I know. I'm hard all day looking at these hotties like, what the fuck do you expect, bro?
ever do anything. I don't know why I'm here.
Look at him over here trying to pray, bitch.
Can I go
No, not just yet.
to the police here?
What is... Chris is so goofy, making him stay. Hey, can I go? I don't think so, motherfucker. Not yet. I gotta ask you all these weird-ass questions about your chat log. I didn't even get into it yet. It's still been sitting on this table that we just randomly placed right here in the middle of nowhere, and you didn't question it.
Again,
Sir, please just tell me.
I have some more questions for you. There's nothing I can do to keep you here, but I have some more questions for you.
That's the other thing, too, actually. Back to my series of questions that I had before. Chris always says that. I can't do anything to keep you here. Multiple times, all the time. I'm trying to think of his other ways that he phrases that. You know, you're free to go and all this. And then the guys stay. Who's the one that he said... I think it's... Maybe it is just this dickhead. I was going to say, who's the one that he said he could go and he stayed and talked forever? I'm pretty sure it's just this guy. James Weatherford. Talks forever. But, like, Chris always tells them that. You're free to go. I can't make you stay. And, like, the guys never go, though. They just sit there. First, they're all pissy. Hey, man, I don't want to do this. I want to go. Like, Dan Allen. Dan Allen's like, well, you're not getting an interview. And then he answers every single question Chris gives him. And it was like, what was the point of giving him that preamble if you're not even going to follow through with it? Like, I'm not answering a single question. Okay, what was your first question? I'll answer it. Like, but yeah, why do these guys stay? Oh, I'm free to go? That's okay. I'll just sit here. Oh, you can't hold me here and I can just walk right out that door. Okay, I won't. I'll let you hold me here. Oh, you're going to ask me tons of questions that I don't want to answer? Well, I'm going to tell you I don't want to answer them, but I still will. I don't get it. Like, these guys are weird. You know, Jeff Stacy, everyone makes fun of because his answers, hello, it's a question. And all his stupid, short little answers. But at the same time, it's like, to a certain extent, those are actually good answers. Like, he doesn't want to talk, so he's just giving half-assed answers. You know? Chris, I'm trying to think of the chat log when Chris is asking him stuff and his dumb answers. I can't think of anything offhand. But still, like, to a certain extent, you know, he's not leaving because he's not sure. He's like, oh, some guy just came out. I don't know if I'm stuck here or if I can go. So he stays, but he gives shitty answers. And it's like, yeah, okay, Jeff's a doofus, but at least that actually kind of makes sense. Now, I'm sure that's not his tactics. He's probably just a stupid, pissy, little, miserable, whatever he is, 25-year-old. And that's just how he talks, like a dickhead to everybody. You know, one of those disrespectful type people. But it could, like I said, be a ploy. Like, he's just giving half-assed answers because he doesn't know who the guy is and he doesn't actually want to be there and he's not feeling it. But, like, James gives full-on conversations, whole life history. You learn so much about this dickhead just from watching this. And it's like, why? What do you think it's going to do for you? Boost Chris's ratings?
Are the police here?
I have to talk to you about some of the things.
Huh. Kind of redirected the question. Are the police here? Rather than saying yes, because he doesn't like telling the truth, or saying no, which would be lying, he just says, I have to ask you some questions first. Look at Chris trying to be sneaky, and James is just too dumb to catch it.
That you said on the internet.
Okay.
You were on your website.
He just said, okay. Jeez, I just said, look at him being too dumb to catch it, and he basically just, oh, okay. Don't answer my question, but you can ask me questions. What's going on?
Showing off in front of this 13-year-old girl.
Whoops.
And the conversation you had with this girl
Was bad. I know.
Oh, I'm bad. He'd probably rock Michael Jackson. He's got the red Corvette. You know, Michael Jackson Thriller was a red outfit.
I don't know why. I need help.
You're cute too. Definitely have a pretty face.
You remind me of all the hotties in my class. God damn. Sometimes I think I need Viagra or Cialis and I go to school and nope, pants are tight immediately.
For jailbait. Laugh out
I knew
loud.
it was wrong. I knew it was wrong.
I knew it was wrong, but I still fucking did it because I'm an idiot. And then I came here. I knew it was totally wrong, but you know, I still got in my car and came all the way here. And now I'm talking to your hot ass, and I'm like, uh-oh. Am I feeling gay now?
I'm sorry.
I could be your teacher.
Man, AIDS.
Would you flirt with me?
James, I thought I've been. I've been saying you're hot ass. I offered you my dick. I offered to handle your... Oh, wait, you're just reading my chat log. Sorry.
She says, wink at me.
Actually, there is one doofus, though, that got confused by his question. I think Chris was reading it, and he says, are you a virgin? And the guy answers, no. And then Chris is like, no, that's what you put here. Forgot who it was, though.
And stuff. Hee hee, okay. Cute. You'd like that. I'd be flattered.
That's so weird. Like, this fucker, the I'd be flattered was James's response. That's so weird. Like, I think that's his response, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Well, I guess this story only makes sense if it is. If it's not, then I'm an idiot. Oops. But if it is, like, that's so weird saying to a 12-year-old, I'd be so flattered, like, if you were, like, with me or something. Like, that's weird. Like... Why? Why is that flattering? That that a 12-year-old thinks you hot. Like if I knew a 12-year-old and she thought I was attractive, I'd be like, that's weird. Like, and I would either A, just never bother with that kid anymore. I mean, how would that kid even be in my life? I guess it would have to be because maybe I had a friend that had a 12-year-old. So then I'd just tell my friend, like, yo, you need to control your kid because this is effing weird. And if you can't control your kid, I'm not hanging out with you anymore. At least not when you got your kid with you, because this is just weird. Like, I'm not having some 12-year-old trying to, like, check me out or something. That's weird. But this guy's like, I'd be so flattered if you thought I was hot as hell. Oh, my God. Like, what?
Not like that's a bad thing. Innocent enough.
I knew I shouldn't have come. I knew I shouldn't have come.
Wait, what's he talking about? Did he just blow a load all over his screen he's talking about? I knew I should not have been beaten off that hard and fast. Oh, God, I knew I shouldn't have come.
I'm sorry, man. I knew it.
What
Look,
school do you
dude.
teach at, Jim?
I'm not going to tell you.
Isn't that going to come up
You're going
soon?
to find out. I'm going to get arrested, I'm sure.
How about St. Margaret of York?
That's it.
Is that right?
Chris. It's funny. He asks him a question, and this dickhead don't answer, and Chris is like, man, fuck you. I'm just going to say it. And this guy's like, well, fuck me in the ass. I guess you knew. I don't know if he actually ever says it in his chat log where he works, if they did some detective work and figured it out. But if they did the detective work, that makes this even more funny, like a slam dunk on him, because now he's like, shit, how the fuck do they know where I work? So now I'm going to jail. Obviously, I'm losing my job, because now they know, they know where I work, so they're going to notify my school that I'm trying to fuck all my students.
You coach too?
Not anymore, apparently.
Figures, I coach too. So what, you trying to get with all your students? Let me guess, you're coaching boys soccer or basketball or something, and you're hitting on all the girls in your class? God damn, bro's trying to get all his bases covered. Jeez. You know, actually, I was just thinking about when you're a pedophile, like this fucker clearly likes 13-year-olds. So like, you know, he's a 6th grade teacher. He thinks all his students are hot. What happens when they get to high school? Like, do they just lose the allure to him? Like, man, you're getting older. You're getting closer to my age. Man, you're not as hot anymore. Or, like, does it stay? Like, he's like, oh, I remember when you were in my class, you were so sexy then, and now look at you, you're still sexy, but we're just both equally older. Like, how does that work out?
You say, I guess I'd like to kiss you.
On the
You say,
dick!
I guess
you know
I'd
what?
kiss
You know
you
what?
too then.
Look, dude, I know what I said.
There it is. Look, dude. Aw. This is foreshadowing, actually. Look at him getting all pissy with Chris reading his chat log. And then look what he does to everybody's YouTube videos. Holy shit. Never thought of that before. Foreshadowing. So he's been a bitch since day one, even with Chris standing right there. Only he couldn't shut down Chris, so haha, fucker.
I shouldn't have said it.
Look at him beating the table over there, thinking about either A, how he beats his dick, or B, what he wanted to do to a little kid, or C, thinking about bending Chris over, maybe.
Life just ended completely.
No, it didn't. You're still around. Like I said, you're still a little pussy bitch trying to delete everybody's videos who makes fun of you. Even though you're the dickhead that made the choice to be a fucking idiot.
Why did you do it?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I have
You're a
no
grown-up.
damn clue.
I was just going to say, there you go, Chris, when this fucker says, I don't know. And then he says, what do you mean you don't know? And it's funny because he's kind of aggressive. What do you mean you don't know? Instead of, what do you mean you don't know? Or something. But then he says, you're a grown-up. Now, I get it. It's for a show, so he's not going to use, like, I don't know. He's got to use censored language, kind of like when he says, do you want to S my D or something? You know, he has to edit the chat log because it's for TV. But then again, sometimes he's like, fuck it. They can just bleep me. I don't know. Chris's editing doesn't make sense. Sometimes he reads the chat log like that. Did you want to S my D? And then other times he'll just straight up say it. Did you want to steak my steak? And he makes the editors have to bleep him. But anyways, yeah, grown up just sounds stupid. You're a grown up. You're a grown up. Yeah, okay, Chris, I get you're older than him, but like grown up's weird. That's a word kids use. Mommy, you're a grown up. You're supposed to say adult, bro. You're an adult. Not a grown up. What the hell? I mean, I get it. You're talking to people younger than you, and they're trying to go after people even more younger, so maybe you're thinking their mentality is childish, but, like, at the end of the day, this guy is still 26. It's weird to be throwing grown-up around.
Oh, this was the stupidest thing I've ever done.
James, do you mind not swearing? This is a television program that's going to be on NBC. It won't really be family programming because it's on at 10 at night, but still, our censors don't want to have to go through all that extra work to bleep you, so if you could just please not swear.
The fuck you say? This is a TV show?
And it, man, this is...
Where are you most ticklish? All over. Oh my
Look,
god.
dude, I don't
nice.
care. I know what I said. You don't...
Does Chris have stuff highlighted? Like, did he read through this and find stuff that he thought was good that he could call out and highlight it? Or is he just casually flipping through now and just like, oh, here's a line. That looks good. Let me just read this one out loud.
It for your
You don't
TV
care?
audience. I know that.
That's funny. I was just going to say, this fucker just said, I don't care. And make fun of him. And then Chris says, you don't care?
No. All right, let me phrase that.
Please
I
sit
do...
down.
No.
No. I'd like you to sit down, please.
I know you would. I'll tell you, I mean, here's the... I know what I said. I
It
don't
gets
care.
a lot worse than
Yeah,
that.
I know, and I don't want to get into
I don't know why I paused it. I don't have to. It was just funny. It gets worse. I know. I'm a fucking idiot.
that. If I'm going to be arrested, just please have me arrested.
I mean, if you want to be arrested that badly, just go outside. The cops are waiting for you.
I need help, obviously.
Do you do this often?
No, this is the first time I've ever done that.
Well, yeah, every single day. I have a classroom full of hot babes. What the fuck do you think? Do you go to a bar with knowing that every single woman in there wants you and not talk to a single one? Of course not. It's funny watching Chris go through the chat log, too. He's just, like, browsing each page casually. Same speed, same method of flipping the page over. Speaking of Chris, also, the back over here is all blurry. And, like, he's wearing pants that are roughly the same color as the floor, so he kind of blends in. All you really see is, like, a dark outline of his shoes and then his jacket. Where's your legs, Chris?
The first time. Because I've heard that a lot.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure I'm
It
probably not the
seems
first
like
guy to do this.
everybody who comes into this house says it's their first time.
I'm sure they do.
Actually, it says everyone that comes into this house. First off, I don't actually know what sting this is from. I don't know where this house is. I know the guy, a lot of the guys, like, I've been talking to them all throughout this video, but I don't really know where they're from. But, he says a lot of the guys that have come in this house, so I know this is where Molester Beck was at. I know Alonzo Wade went to this house. I'm pretty sure Jay Refner goes to this house. Jeff Stacy, obviously. He's famous for sitting at this table with his puffy gray jacket. But I don't know the order that these guys came in. Like, Chris says a lot of the guys that come here. And, yeah, how many have been here already before James, though? And then just thinking about that, too, he says a lot of the guys that come here say that. And I think that goes right over James's head. But Chris is basically telling him that this is a sting operation. Like, there's been other guys. He caught other guys. He had those other guys' chat logs. Like, they talked to them. But this dumbass doesn't seem to catch it. He just keeps talking to him like nothing happened. But Chris slipped there. He had maybe a Freudian slip. I only say that because he's always trying to hide everything, and I'll get to that in a minute. But here he just said other guys come in here and I've said that. So it's like, hold on, bro. You slipped up. You told him something that you didn't mean to tell him. Or at least not yet.
So, what were you going to do with this 13-year-old girl?
I wasn't really going to... I called her earlier.
Motherfucker, what do you think I was going to do? I was going to take my clothes off, take her clothes off, jam my dick in her ass?
I said, I'm not really comfortable with this. And she kept saying, come on, I'll just hang out. I didn't want to do anything.
But you did get in the car
I
and
don't know
drive
why.
here from
The whole
Cincinnati.
damn way I was thinking, what am I doing? Why am I just not going home?
If you're thinking that the whole ride here, well, why didn't you ever do it then? Seriously, there's times where I start having debates about something in my head, and I'm like, whatever. If I'm thinking about this already, then obviously it's not the right choice. Like, there's times that I want to go buy something, but I know my money's a little bit tight, and I think about it, and I'm like, I could technically buy it and swing it. I'd have a few bucks left over for the rest of the week, but do I really want to go that tight? And I'm like, no, I don't want to go that tight. So I'm like, I guess I'll just get it a different week, or I'll miss out and because it'll sell and I won't ever get it. But it's literally a 5-minute battle in my head. This retard, I think, drove, what, about an hour or something like that? So if he was really thinking that for the whole hour, like, was that Viagra that good? Was his dick that hard? Like, he was like, God damn, I gotta get this thing down. Or, like, is he just that retarded? Like, oh, I was thinking about the whole ride here, but I still made it, still came in, and now I'm chatting with you. Like, what? If I was in his situation, based on my thought process, analysis, whatever, I'd be like, oh, I want to go see this kid. Ugh, that's weird. But, from his angle, I want to go see this kid. And then I'd be like, ugh, it's super not worth it. Kid right there is enough. No more further explanation. I'm not getting in my car. Screw this. Get out, go back in, and throw a movie on. Call it a day. And then Chris would just be hanging out with my chat log and never get to actually see me. Speaking of that, what happens? I don't think any of the guys actually never showed up, but what would happen if they didn't? Like, say this dumbass did that and never came here. Would they still pursue and send out the police to go arrest him? Or what would happen in that situation? It's never happened, so how would I know?
Still, you
Yeah,
drove
I did.
here,
I
you
don't
got out,
know
you knocked on
why.
the door, and you walked in.
I know, I didn't
Yeah, you
want
knocked on
to.
the
You're
door
all
after she
anxious.
told you 400
Chris
times,
wasn't
come on
gonna
in!
want- She just said, I'm just going to watch a movie. And I said, well, what the hell? I'll sit there and watch a movie with her.
Want to make out?
Look,
Aw, totally trying to Netflix and chill before Netflix was a thing. Actually, Netflix might have been a thing, but during this days it was different. That's when you had to mail the disc in instead of just pop it up on your TV.
I mean, I'm sure the police are probably here. I'm going to go.
Right now, I totally do it.
I'm gonna go at 6 minute mark. Yeah, I think you got half an hour still.
You want to know why I was doing all that? Honestly?
Yeah.
I am going through a divorce. My wife Thursday told me she was leaving me.
Because she noticed that I have tons of used condoms that I use with kids in my class. And she doesn't want to be with somebody like this. And as soon as the divorce is final, she's going to rat me out and I'm going to go to jail forever.
I don't know what spawned
I
this.
don't
I mean,
know.
I was just in Ohio.
I don't know the difference between. I don't.
Wait, what? I'm trying to think of the line that Jeff Stacy says. What's he say?
I don't see the difference between internet and real life or something. What is it? I don't know.
It kind of sounded like that. How he says, I don't know.
Chat room, an adult chat room. And this was a week or so ago, and she started talking to me.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it right for you to
I know.
have this kind
Unfortunately, in all fairness to these dickheads, they do have a point when they say that. Because they are in an adult chat room, and it's kind of weird. Yes, okay, so you see a kid in there, you should, I guess, report it. I've never been in a chat room, so I don't really know how they work, but I guess you can report it, right? So that's what they should do instead of being like, fuck yeah, my dick sees something it wants. But, I mean, yeah, so in all fairness, kind of like Schumacher. 2 words, man. 2 words, dude, whatever he says. Role-playing chat room. Like, I don't think that was legit. I think he was just making that up at the last minute. But if he really was in a role-playing chat room, I mean, how would you even know? Like, if you're in an adult section and you're in role-playing and you're talking to somebody who says they're a kid, well, how would you even trust that they're actually a kid if it's in a role-playing room? You're going to assume that they're actually an adult role-playing as a kid. Which is effing weird. Like, why would you pursue that anyways? One, why would you want to pretend you're a kid and attract... Like, why would you want to try to attract guys that are potentially into that? And two, as a guy going after that, why would you want to? Like, that's weird. Because then you're still playing... There's the risk game. Like, oh, I legit thought you were just role-playing that you were 12. You really are 12? Oof, that's weird. Like, if you're not a pedo and actually don't want that, and you just want the role play. Like, I don't know. The whole situation is just weird. And I'm pretty sure that's not the case with TCAP. They're not role playing in the chat rooms. But still, in these dickheads' defense, maybe, you know?
discussion.
And I shouldn't have. I
Look,
guess.
divorce is tough. Everybody gets that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna-
Nobody's going to make fun of that, right?
Well, I'm.
Okay, it's not
On
good.
top of that, what kills me right now, on top of the fact that I just blew that part of my life, and I don't even know you, I don't know why I just ruined the rest of my life. I just lost my job as a teacher. I'm probably going to go to jail. I'm not going to survive in jail. For what?
Unfortunately, you did survive in jail. Which is weird, because you do have a point. I mean, the guys in jail are pretty hard against pedos. There was one pedo that I saw recently that, they made a TikTok even. And they were asking him, what's your name? What'd you do? And he didn't want to talk. He was scared and stuff. And then from what I hear, he was killed a few days later. So how James made it through is good for him, I guess. I'm not saying that they should have killed him. I'm just saying, like, that's, you know, they're usually brutal against child molesters. And he kind of got away scot-free somehow. And now he's out just being a little bitch, trying to complain about anyone that makes a video making fun of him. Idiot.
For what?
For what?
I don't know.
Do you have an issue with the internet? Do you have a compulsion, an addiction?
I think I do. I mean, it's not.
I mean, help me to explain.
I don't know.
Help me to understand.
I've thought about this a lot for years. Maybe I should just stop. Maybe I should get counseling. Maybe I should get help. And now I thought, well, it's not that big a deal.
Hold on. So now he just caught himself in a lie. Because before, when Chris said, how many times have you done this? He said, never. This is my first time. Okay, maybe it's not a lie, but still, there's been intent for a long time. Because he just said, for many years, I've thought about this. Meaning, I guess meeting up with a kid. And he said, maybe I should get counseling. Maybe I should this. Maybe I should that. But it's not that serious. So, yeah, maybe this was your first time meeting up with somebody, but has it really been your first time chatting? Or, I don't know, clearly you've been thinking about this stuff at least for a while, which is fucking weird.
I've never taken it to this step. I don't know if this week has just pushed me over the edge.
Look, you're not the first guy.
How? I don't know if this week pushed me on that. How does your wife divorcing you make you be like, I gotta go fuck a kid? Where's the correlation? Oh, I'm getting a divorce from my wife that's actually my age. I gotta go fuck a kid now. What?
To have an issue with the internet and sexually charged conversations.
I know.
Addictions and compulsions.
It's not.
I mean, we see it.
The irony with Chris talking about nobody's making fun of somebody getting a divorce because it's tough and all this, because he ended up getting a divorce. I don't know when, but, sometime after this, so kind of ironic. Which, good for him, he wasn't making fun of it, so when it came to be his turn, well, he was sympathetic before, so it's not like it's a karma thing.
A lot.
Instead of me being arrested, is there some way you can help me?
Well, I don't know that I can do that.
I mean, will you give me some of the information here and tell me what exactly is going on?
You want to know what's going on? Do you ever watch television? Do you ever watch Dateline NBC?
What the fuck's a television? Is that where I see my child porn on? I mean, adult?
Damn, I've seen one of these.
You've seen one of these.
That was one of the reasons I thought, why am I doing this? This could be a setup.
But let me get this straight.
Camera guys are coming out. All right, so I'm only at the 8 minute and 33 minute mark. What is that as a fraction? 8:33? 8:33 is like, what is that? That's a normal fraction. That's like 6/7 or something, right? Anyhow, though, it's a weird timestamp. I was going to go to 10 even, but this seems like a good place to stop. The cameramen are coming out. Chris has sort of revealed who he is. Not fully in his usual way, but, he told them that they're making a TV show. So yeah, I don't even know how long my actual video's been. I don't see my timer thing, so I don't know. So yeah, I think this is probably a good place to stop this at. So, thanks for checking out this part 1, and please check back in the shit on this motherfucker in part 2. Bye!